Hey guys, and welcome back to the finale of Season 1, Episode 10 of the Grimsby to Glory FIFA 21 save. And I have to apologise, yes, starting off with a soppy apology, as usual, because yesterday, for the first time ever recording, my footage corrupted, completely vanished off at the ends of the earth, as we really did get a good month in as well. Look at that, 4 wins out of 5. We lost the last game, but we beat Forest Green when we needed to. We beat them in the 90th minute with a header from Matty Pollock. Harrogate, who we played as well, we beat in the 90th, or I think it was 88th minute with a Matty Pollock header. Scored 2 winners. Jackson Jr. getting the other 2. Simulated the other games, can't remember who scored, and we lost to Carlisle playing. So that's the second time round we've lost to them. As today, at least I have been able to recover a bit of it. As we play Mansfield today, I mean, we are around the similar position where we were before, so it shouldn't mean much difference. But as you can see, right there, we are 1 game over Mansfield to play, so we have an advantage there, but we play them next. If we beat Mansfield, we are top of the league for the first time in this save. So yes, I am very glad about that, but before that, I'm going to introduce another little bit to the video. So yes, as you can see on screen, we've got a little press conference going on. I'm introducing this more in next season. So these press things are going to come from your comments. I don't do press conferences on FIFA, so this is the press that we get in, as I'm going to look over here and look at some comments from recent videos. So Callum Jacobs says, next season if you get promoted, you'll have to look for a centre-back because Holmes is rubbish in League 1. Yes, we have finally got him out on loan. That happened in the corrupted video. He went to Leganes with that loan to buy option on him, so hopefully he goes. Going to try and get 3 comments each video. So Jenny Kerwan says, hopefully I get the names right as well, even if he's on the bench, you have to keep Pollock. Yes, I really do want to keep Pollock. He's grown. He scored 2 winners, like I've just said briefly, in the last 2 games, and he has been the best player since, like, the last 2 months. And finally, I know there isn't many questions left because you didn't expect me to do this, so I'm just going to read off the last one. Come on, Grimsby says, JS10, JS10. Up the Mariners. And yeah, that leads us into today. Nothing's happened signing-wise or anything. Players have gone up in rating. Oh, one big thing that's happened, actually, is George Williams. He's out for 5 weeks, so he should be back just before the end of the season, but I'm not sure. Holmes is still here, but he is off out on loan, confirmed. And Cruikshank is a youth player that's come through. He's amazing. 16-year-old, 57 rated, higher than Akpan. Hopefully can get his use out of him. And this is the team that I have been playing, as you can see on screen, which hopefully gets us a look and gets us over the line. It's McEwen in goal, Hendry, Pollock, Nightingale and Doig at the back, Rose, Hewitt and Hartigan in the midfield, with Wright, Lafferty and Scannell. Lafferty has also said he's considering retirement. Not retiring, but considering retirement, which I don't like, but I would love it if he scored here and went out as a hero in Grimsby Town colours, beating top of the league and putting us there. And of course, don't know this Mansfield lineup. The beat us last time, I think 4-2 or 4-1 at home. So we've got to try and do the business at the One Call Stadium. Stetch, Clark, Mayonnaise, Rawson, Benning, O'Driscoll, Maris, who's a decent player, Clark as well, Charlesley's amazing, Bowery and Nicky Maynard is the top scorer, 19 or 18 goals. I think this season, that is unbelievable in this league and at the top club in the table. Hopefully it won't be like that at the end of this game. And it is Doig on the ball here into Hartigan as Lafferty has the ball now. Is he onside, Scannell? He is. Lafferty get in that box, please, because we're starting off by dominating the home team. This is really good if we could get the win here. Go top of the league for the first time, as that's a great ball in, almost there. Oh, and Stetch just puts it over his net. We've started the better off in this huge crunch game. Can it be a header from Lafferty as well? He's tall. It falls to Danny Rose. Now it falls to Nightingale. And straight through to the keeper. Oh, we are actually all over Mansfield to start off with. The Stags are stagnant in their own boxes. Come on, Scannell, get running. Scannell pulls it back. Rawson's on his back. We've got a pass over here. It's gone to Lafferty, who shoots. You can tell we want to be top of the league by the end of this day. A header as well from Hartigan. And I don't know how he's missed that. And it's Harry Charlesley now on the ball. Tries to pick out a pass, but they're really struggling to Mansfield without Lapsalai, who went to, I think, Oldham or Walsall, some of them clubs, who's just played amazing against us every time we've played him. Hartigan with a good turn as well. I think he's offside, he's Scannell. He is, but it was a good effort. And it is Jordan Bowery down the middle. Come on, someone get across us. It's gone into Charlesley, and he's been able to pass it in the bottom corner. Harry Charlesley scores the first goal here. Mansfield take the lead like they did at our place. And it's a shocker to concede. Bowery It's given so much space in that middle, it's unreal. Charlesley just slips behind Nightingale and passed it straight past McEwen. Oh dear, this is a game we don't want to lose. On bad form as well because we lost to Carlisle, but come on. We don't want to lose this. This is a game we really can't afford to drop points in. And it looked like they were going to be the team that dropped points in the first couple of minutes as Hewitt has the ball here though. Gives it into Max Wright. Right with the ball into Lafferty. Trying to get that reply. And it looks like they're going to try and see it off at the end of this half. I think Harry Charles has gone down injured, which has helped to us, but not helped to himself, as we need to help ourselves here. Get a tackle in. It's in the middle to Bowery. Great save, Macca, in between the sticks. We need to get that away, but Charles is straight back up on his feet into Nicky Maynard. Don't want to be 2-0 down at half-time. That will be dreadful, as O'Driscoll is just knocked as Bowery's passed it back to George Maris. Great tackle, Nightingale. Get this out of the area, and there we have it. Half-time, 1-0 down. We won't be top of the league if it ends this way, but if we do get the victory, of course, we will. So we need to make sure we can turn this game around a bit on its head. Lafferty hasn't been the best today, and because he's considering retirement, I'm going to play a striker I see here being longer, in the longer term. Being hit, sorry, I should get that the right way around. Jackson Jr. on, and it's now Danny Rose in the middle. Oh, they haven't got that ball, and we've got a ball straight through to Max Wright here. Instant reply after half-time. Max Wright. Oh, and Rawson with the acrobatics. It's poor from Max Wright here, though. I think should have scored. Good start. And it's Charlesley just stretching for the ball here. We've got it though in the middle. He's got a really good touch as Jackson Jr., so I want to release him through and goal. I feel like he'd do the danger if he was, as he's made a good run past Rawson. Jackson Jr. off the bench to level it back up. Just over an hour into this game, and it is 1-1. No team wants to lose it. We want to win it. They want to win it, and you can tell by just the defence and the attack. It's so good from either side. Not even going to show us a replay for that, as it's just going to show you Jackson Jr. running back to, I think, 11 goals in the league. 11 goals, Jackson Jr. Are you sure that's a right stat? Oh my days, that's blown my mind. I never knew he'd scored that many. In fact, he scored the same goals as George Williams. I don't get how he could even score more than him, because he's through again. He's Jackson Jr. Cuts inside, goes for a shot, and it's a great save. It's really, really blown my mind, that stat. As Harry Clifton is going to come on for Anthony Hartigan now at the end of this half. Could we get a header from Matty Pollock again like we did against Harrogate? No. Clifton, though, to try and win it. And he can't get the ball down enough. That is shameful from him as Charlesley. Oh, brilliantly tackled from Nightingale there as Hewitt's going to charge forward. What can Hewitt do now? Gives it to Jackson Jr. Is this Danny Rose? It is. These used to have a player called Danny Rose. Oh, and I tried to sweat him. Why did I just shoot? Why didn't I just shoot? I should have just cracked it. As we've been largely on top in this second half, but still, nothing has come through it. I might give the youth player a debut, you know, if we've got time. I don't think we actually do now. And we don't want to concede late on here. It's Mansfield coming forward. Andy Cook's got past us. Scored a couple against us at home, but we've got rid of the ball. And that is rid of the game. One apiece at Mansfield at the One Call Stadium. I'll take it. I mean, no team wanted to lose that. You could tell it was a grudge match, and still, we have a game in hand over them, but they are still top of the league, so I feel like it's in our hands to lose. Happy with the draw, but then again, not happy that it wasn't a clean sheet. As you can see, Crawley is still up our butts a bit, as we need to get away from them. We do play them today, as this is the finale. It's going to probably be a long episode. I missed yesterday, of course, so I do want to make it longer. Oh, and this reminds me of contracts. Luke Spokes, I'm going to have to get around to his contract, as he is 60 rated now, but he's got an important role. He's never going to play important. I think it's him, Toure, and Tilly. I don't want to get rid of them on free agents, of course, for free, that is, as I do want to get them signed up a bit longer, but it does depend on the role we'll take. Starting with Spokes, who is going to take a rotational. I will accept that. Great from you. 3 years he wants. I will give 3 years. It's the wage that I'm on about. I don't really want to give him a high wage because, of course, he isn't a first teamer, really. So I'd give him like 1.1, 1.2, and if he doesn't take that, he might have to go as a free agent. Come on, 1.2 is the highest I'm going to go for you, Spokesy. And he sees it reasonable. Okay, that's Spokes staying until 2024, I think it is. Or maybe 25, as we now move on to Tilly rotational. Thank you very much. I am not going to play him as an important. I will accept rotational. I'll give him 2 years. Of course, I need to extend it. We'll accept that, because I don't know about him staying at the club in the long term. Might even get him out in the summer window, as I will give him a wage increase by £100 because he doesn't play much, but then again he's in a winning team and he accepts it. And finally, Elgato is going to accept the rotational role. Well, I am, as he's been that usually. That is fine by me. 2 years. I don't see him being here in the long term as well. I've still got Montel Gibson out on loan as well, which I am forgetting about. Accept that. And then we'll give him a £100 wage increase if he does take it, of course. So I don't know why he keeps pushing me off this menu, as we'll offer that. Please accept Elgato. He wants a bit of a signing bonus, this guy. Okay, I mean, you drive a hard bargain, but we're not going to do anything else with the money. And that is all the players signed up for the next seasons. As we go into Leyton Orient next, they're down low in the table, and this should be a win. If we're going to win the league, we've got to win this. And I said they are down low. They're actually rock bottom of the table, so we must get a win. With McEwen in goal, Hendry, Pollock, Nightingale and Doig. Pollock now 64 rated, with Rose, Hewitt and Hartigan. Sorry, Clifton, you're just not going to play. Wright, Lafferty and Scannell. With Jackson Jr., I can't believe he had that many goals, but he's going to stay on the bench because I don't want to change the lineup. I think Lafferty should do enough against this team. And Williams is fit again. He's got the plaster, not the ambulance picture. But then again, for the bottom of the league, and we're at home, I'm going to risk it without him. Please, though, boys, don't let me down against the O's. Don't let me down. These are rock bottom of the league. We're going to be first in the league. Can we get the win? We draw. Oh, it's Hartigan with the first goal, Dennis Thomas, and then Max Wright. Absolutely incredible how we don't win that. As Crawley now, our top of the league, played the same amount of games as us, so now we're chasing them. Mansfield, I've still got faith we can overcome with the game in hand, but still. Crawley, I think we play last as well in this season, so that will be an interesting game. We haven't won in 3 though, which is a little concerning. And this next game actually is quite more vital than that Crawley game, because Salford are up next. You can see in 4th position. 1 below us, 1 point below us, 1 position below us. If we lose this game, they have the driving seat over us. They will beat in the automatic, and we may have to settle for playoffs, which I don't want to do. I want to make this the final episode of this season. Hopefully get up with the position we put ourselves in off screen. Well, I don't mean off screen, in the recording that wasn't a recording. As George Williams sets his back as well, that is perfect. As I am going to play this lineup. McEwen in goal, Hendry, Pollock, Nightingale and Doig, 67 rating now. With Rose, Hewitt and Hartigan in the midfield. He's gone up quite a bit. Wright, Jackson Jr. back in because of the goal record I saw. And Lafferty scoring with Williams back in as well. I think he went to 67 rated and has gone down 1. I mean, that's the injury and the age for you. And you know how vital this is. Salford against Grimsby. These put in a good test against us last time, of course. I think it was 3-2 to us in the end, and hopefully we can get the same result. Of course, would prefer to get the victory here without conceding 2, as Sladdy's in the net. Clark, Eastham, Turnbull and Torre. Towell, George Boyd. I thought that was George Boyd last time. Andrade, who's amazing. Hunter, Hawkins and Henderson. Their team's just built different. It's built different. But then again, it's below our team, which must mean our team's built different. And hopefully we can get the win here. And this one kind of does really need to be a win, because if we don't win this one, we have been, I think, 4 games without one. And that includes against bottom of the league, as this is a vital game as well. Hewitt starts it off wrong. And it's now George Williams on the ball. Gives it to Clark. We're starting off the better, I think, here. As it's Williams with a cross in, and they almost scored an own goal. Pressure on Salford early on, but then again, they seem very packed at the back, and a bit like Mansfield, really. Wouldn't take a draw here, though. Need the win. So my days, they could be through here. Great tackle. He's gave a penalty. The scenario that we are in the league, and they get a B-Tech referee to give a penalty for that. Nightingale's got booked. And I honestly can't believe that. Salford's first time coming forward into our box. And he's given that as a penalty. He got the ball fully. Yes, it was from behind, but he fully got the ball. And now it's George Boyd against James McEwen in net. Come on, James McEwen. You've got to save it. As he sent us the wrong way. Salford looked like they could be the team inside the automatic promotions at the end of this game, and that is a huge blow. Didn't really have to trouble himself with that, did he? Just slotted it past McEwen, went the wrong way, and they've got a penalty for nothing and a lead for nothing. And now we've got to try and work his way into a game that we started by dominating, then conceded. Just like Mansfield, like I said at the start. As Henderson on the ball now, that's a bad tackle from Matty Pollock, as Hendry has to mark him. Don't put a tackle in, let them have the advantage, because they're going nowhere with it. Although they've cut inside very well. Got to get out Nightingale, make a tackle as Boyd's back on it. They're really making me nervous. Hawkins around the corner. 2-0, Salford. Playoffs it might have to be. If it can get in the playoffs, that is. It's just all going wrong. Oh, it's the same move that was before. That was causing me nerves. Hawkins with the pass in, and it's a first-time shot on the turn. I think it's Matty Pollock. Yeah, it is. Not close enough, and McEwen stands no chance when he shoots that accurate on the turn. Just wasn't expecting it. And here's Max Wright. This is dreadful. It honestly is dreadful. For a game that we need to win, we can't even get passes right. However, Hewitt has got on the end of this. That's a great cross, and Jackson Jr. has just missed it. Going to fall through to Williams. If we can get a goal here, it might spark us into action a bit, but it's a terrible pass. And it is a terrible performance altogether as Nightingale's been easily turned. 3-0. 3-0 at half-time to Salford in a grudge match that we have to win to get promoted. It's just like the team wants to settle for playoffs. Not even that. I don't think they'd settle for playoffs because they won't even win a game in it the way we're going. It's easy. Turn Nightingale inside out. Through on goal. McEwen starfishes but never getting near the ball as we have a huge mountain to climb. And looks like we woke up on the wrong side of the bed like me yesterday with the videos. I can't believe that. 3-0 at half-time to Salford City, who we beat first time round. Yeah, they scored goals against us last time, but I didn't expect this, boys. Going to have to make a change right for Scannell. Please, Scannell, get us back in the game. And 1 goal right now might make me a bit happier. Still not fully, because we won't be in the lead. That's a great turn from Jackson Jr. though. And this guy scores for fun, doesn't he? I mean, I couldn't believe when it said 11 goals. That's now 12. Must be mostly in simulated games because I haven't seen him score much. He ran and got the ball. Watch the replay on this one though because I don't think we'll get the winners. That's a good finish. Maybe I need to get my hopes up a little bit more, but I'm staying grounded for now. But then again, I'm worried about this defeat. Quality in the lineups is completely different. They have a much better lineup than us, but still, I expected better from us in this game. That's a great tackle. Nightingale, we just can't get out of his area. And I think it's going to be a flurry of goals that beat us here. However, Jackson Jr. this time has a bit of room. Jackson Jr. into Rose. And a penalty's been given. It has to be handball, doesn't it? I think it must be. Not going to watch it. Not wasting any time. Harry Clifton get on the field as we have a lifeline. Penalty right here. I am going to give Williams it instead of Jackson Jr. Come on, George Williams. Can't afford to miss this one. And they've saved it. Oh dear. Saved the penalty after they scored theirs. Can we score a header? No. Oh dearie me. That could have been the difference between playoffs and automatic. Because you never know. If we got a goal there, we could have got another. As he does have a chance to get a goal here, George Williams. Misses again. And I did have my eye, of course, on automatics. But then again, the amount of defeats we've had this season, we were never really going to get it. 15th defeat this if we lose. It's just the low amount of draws that's done as well this season. Defence definitely has to get fixed next year, as well as maybe fullbacks and players who can pass. As that is game over. It's a defeat on the road at the Peninsula Stadium. Salford City 3, Grimsby Town 1. Playoffs it might have to be, which means this isn't the final episode. However, there's still games to go. I think we've got 2 or 3. I think we have 2 more games. And you never know. Don't see it switching, but could do. As that's how the table lines up. We've still got that game over Mansfield. That could play dividends. But we've got to simulate a game still. Got to simulate Port Vale. As Williams is thanking me and Hanson as well. You haven't played. And yes, here we go. Port Vale. 6th position, 3 points behind us. A defeat here could take us even further down the pecking order in the playoffs. Or get us into the automatic over Mansfield. That's what I'm hoping for. With McEwen in goal, Hendry, Pollock, Nightingale, Doig, Rose, Hewitt, Hartigan, Wright, Jackson Jr, Williams. We lost with this team. Against the better team though, I'd say. In Salford City. You can tell they're the better team because they're top of the league. This is a simulated one as well. So please, get us a good result going into Crawley. Because Crawley is very important. Can we get it? Please, boys, don't let us down. I think it's at Vale Park. And we get the win. Jackson Jr. with a brace for his 13th and 14th goal with David and Moo getting the goal. For them, of course. As please, boys. We have to put effort in here because we play Crawley Town, who we've just gone above. A win here could win us the league. Salford lost. We could win the league. And let's have a look how this lines up. We will get 79 points if we win, which will win us the league. Salford have lost 14, you know, only one more than us, so we've lost 15 games that can still win the league. That's just amazing to me. Bolton have dropped out of the playoffs. Forest Green's dropped down a lot. As if Crawley win, no, they can't win the league because the goal difference is very, very, very poor. So Crawley can't win the league, but if we win, we can. Mansfield can't do anything about it. Vale, with 2 games in hand, can't really do anything about it as well. This is the big one. Oh yes, winner takes all from this game. If they get the win, they of course are promoted automatically. If we get the win, then we are automatic. If we win this game, we have won the league. If we lose this game, we have settled for playoffs. So this is literally win the league or don't get promoted hardly at all unless we win 3 games. So McEwen's in the net. Pollock, Nightingale, Doig. My head's already gone thinking about this game with Rose, Hewitt and Hartigan, Wright, Jackson Jr. and Williams. It's the most important game of Grimsby Town history in recent years, I think. In real life, of course, and definitely in this save. The first year with a chance to win the league. Let's go grab it. Oh, and there's the boys warming up. I'm very, very excited for this one. We've had a win, a loss, and a win. We haven't been on good form, inconsistent, sorry, should I say, again, but let's do it here. Let's just win the league. And let's have a look at the side that we have to beat to win it. Watson, Davis, McKerney, Craig, Doherty, Tyler Frost, Jake Heskis was once a really good player. Jack Powell's good as well. Hessenthal's an ex-Grimsby player. I know he's really capable. With Nichols and Naddison. Ashley Naddison. Crawley through and through. Second top scorer behind Nicky Maynard. So, we've got to watch that threat again. And we don't really keep clean sheets, so I'm worried about that. Now, of course, we're at home, so that gives me a bit of faith. But Crawley won't want to just sit back, will they? They want to get promoted themselves, as that's gone back to McKerney. Across the back to Craig. Craig's going to go forward now to Hesketh, through the middle to Naddison. I mean, him and Nichols is decent. It's Nichols on the ball now. Big tackle, and it's a great one. I love what Lee Dixon's saying here. If you have the chance to be champions, then take it. Let's not let Crawley take that chance, as it's a tackle on Nichols, which really didn't get successful. Craig to come out from the back. Give it to Jake Hessenthaler. Usually not a winger. Danny Rose, though, steps in, an absolute beast in our team, as Hartigan can't do the same. And it's Hesketh on the ball now. I think we've injured Naddison, which isn't good in the grand scheme of things, as Crawley take the lead at Blundell Park. Oh no, I don't want to have to come from behind. It's Jake Hesketh, who's been on loan literally every single club in the EFL. And we find ourselves behind in the most important game. They're losing the main striker, I think, to injury, but still, he can strike a ball, Jake Hesketh, and McEwen can't save. It's a mountain to climb once again, and we've got to do it. And it's now Hartigan. They've got another player down in the middle. Who is that? Number 16. As Jackson Jr.'s through, though. Can he get number 16? He can! He's got it on his back as well. Everything about 16. Actually, I think that might be his 15th. I might be wrong there, but I don't care, because that is an important goal. Still, not done the duty just yet, but it is very important. We are back level in a game we must win. And it's now Elliot Hewitt who gives it into Wright. Come on, boys. Let's get going. It's Jackson Jr. through the middle, and it's a great goal. Turn the game on its head, as it's Ira Jackson Jr. to put us in front. It's happened within the space of 2 seconds, literally. It's a ball through the middle, and it's a first time whack, not even top corner. Hit the roof of the net into the bottom or top corner, then into the bottom of the goal. Can't even get the words out right. Emotions flying all over the place, as it's good at the moment in the lead. Oh, but Nichols trying to threaten again. It's Hesketh. I don't know if Naddison's still on. It's Hesketh! He's got another. What an up and down game. I thought this was going to be literally like 1-0 either way. But Hesketh's got a double. Jackson Jr.'s got a double. And it's a double bubble, Derek. Yeah, Lee Dixon, please don't try and upset me now, as I think that is Naddison, isn't it? I'm unsure. No, that's Nichols with the pass into Hesketh. And now it is level. We've got a mountain to climb once again, courtesy of Jake Hesketh. And it's Ashley Naddison with the ball, going around in circles a bit. Now to Hesketh. Back to Nichols. He plays a 1-2 there just before half time now. Hewitt. Go on, Jackson Jr. Get through that gap. He's got a good first touch. He's away from the defender, but no. Referee, come on, give the foul, as that is half time. 2 apiece. Crawley 2, Grimsby 2. And it's been a really up and down game, a roller coaster of emotions, as the commentators usually say. Haven't said in this instance, as we have the team going up at the moment. Not through automatic, but are the team going up? I'm sorry, we will be going through automatic, sorry. We won't be going through winning the league. At the moment, we will be coming third, unless Port Vale can cause real shock with their games. Rose gives it forward to Hartigan in the middle. Jackson Jr., come on. Someone spark a comeback. Harry Clifton's yet to come on. I don't know if Lafferty's going to get on and maybe Sean Scannell, but this is a game I'm scared to make subs in. And it's now Anthony Hartigan. George Williams, go on. Be onside. Please be onside. He is onside. Gives it to Hartigan. Hartigan to the edge. Danny Rose on to Max Wright. Straight to Watson. And 15 minutes left. Come on, Crawley haven't had a sniff in this second half. Don't let it be now. We've slid with 2 players. Doig, I don't know why you slid, as it's Frost coming up the wing. Good tackle. Oh, it is. And that was a squeeze. What a risk I took right there. There's going to be a corner for Jake Hesketh. At least he can't score. Rose covering the front post. It's gone in, and it's one of their players winning it. And it's Waters with the ball now into German. This striker who's come on. Oh, I'm going to get sent off here, aren't I? Oh, it's Matty Pollock. Why did I do that? I just didn't want him getting away from me, and it's at the expense of one of our main centre-backs getting sent off. Oh, Hesketh, get your hand off his shoulder, mate. Just because you think you're it this game, as it's 5 minutes left. And it's squeaky bum time indeed. 5 minutes. Jake Hessenthal, ex-Grimsby man on the free kick. Wide. And it's Kyle Lafferty on it. I've actually made that sub. Sorry, Jackson Jr. No. Dream hat-trick. As we've got 10 men. Could we nick the league with 10 men? It's gone back into Rose. 2 added minutes. Oh, it's a poor pass. And hang on a minute. The through. It's German. No. It could be disaster here. It's German one-on-one with McEwen. Oh, McEwen's made the save. The long-standing keeper could have just got us promoted to League One. Oh my days. I can't believe that. Yes, we have not won the league, but it should be promotion. It all depends on Port Vale now and other results. Just going to have to advance, and you guys stick with me, as I honestly don't know what happens after that game. Are we promoted or playoffs? Are we promoted or playoffs? I think it should be playoffs. Shouldn't? Oh, sorry, promotion, automatic. 3rd place. We're in 2nd. We're in 2nd, and the league's finished, hasn't it? We're promoted. We're promoted to the higher division. Port Vale, can they catch us? They can't, as Grimsby Town have got themselves into League One. Not won the league, which is a shame. We could have won the league in that game right there. Jake Hesketh stopping us. They're in the playoffs, as us, Grimsby Town, at the expense of McEwen's great save and the expense of Matty Pollock getting sent off, has got ourselves up. 2nd place, not won the league. Behind Salford City, of course, are the strongest lineup in the world, but that is a huge, huge achievement. And I don't get how this offer's come through straight away. Huddersfield want Elgato Toure on a 2-year loan. I mean, I'll accept that. The divisions above, he'll get good experience. But come on, I want to see a message signalising that we've actually got promoted, because it's doing what happened in the old Crystal Palace save, where it doesn't tell us that we're going up. I don't care though. I'll leave it at this. Get training the players in the training days, as Jackson Jr. grabs the player of the month. And speaking of players and all that, I will show you a roundup. So in terms of players, I will definitely say McEwen's been our best keeper, best rating as well. Doig, best left back. I think we'll lose him next season, to be honest with you. 67 rated at 18. He could be expensive, and we could need to sell him on. Matty Pollock's good as well. Sorry, I had to just get a sneeze out there. Nightingale has been good since he's come in. Great. Only 5 clean sheets, though, but we haven't been able to keep them with anyone except Hendry with 10. Holmes, of course, is going out. He hasn't been a good servant. Danny Rose is my player of the year. Great player. Yes, not the best rating. Got 10 assists still from CDM. And yeah, I think he's been the best player. 51 games. Kept us in games, scored us goals, been decent all round. Buckley has been a bit on and off. Hewitt the same. Hartigan's been great, but hasn't played the most. Clifton's been amazing. Williams, 11 goals, 10 assists. Cruikshank has only played 1 game. I think that might have been in the Port Vale simulated one, where he's come on. Martin, of course, had a shocker. Tilly as well. Max Wright, 35 games. 5 goals, 1 assist. Expect better, but then again, Scannell hasn't done that much better for his rating being higher. 20 goals, 16 in League 2 for Ira Jackson Jr. And honestly, I think he might have to be his main striker going in next season. Lafty's considering retirement anyway. Toure wants to go on loan to Huddersfield, and Montel Gibson hopefully returns. And as for value, I don't know who our most valuable player is. I'm guessing, oh, Hartigan, 1.4 million. Didn't expect that. 1.6 for Holmes. Of course, he's going to get that if he does move. And Doig, 2 million. Okay, I'm guessing that's it. Yep. Oh, and I'm really wishing that it would have carried on the episode that didn't record now, because it would have added up to this episode. But then again, you've got this as there we go. We finished second place in the league. Port Vale, Walsall, Cheltenham and Crawley all getting promoted. Mansfield and Salford and us definitely getting automatically. I meant the others are in the playoff. You know what I mean. I'm kind of messing up here a bit. As Cambridge and Colchester go down to the National League if it was in the game. It isn't, as Leyton Orient actually survived. They did very well to survive. And on to the FA Cup. It might not have finished now, which has Liverpool and Man United in the final. That's a great final. Where did we go out in this? I think we went out in round 1, didn't we? Yes. No, round 2. Yeah, Charlton beating us 3-1. As for the Carabao Cup, that should have been 1. Yes, Manchester United, the holders. Nottingham Forest getting in the final, as we went out to Leyton Orient on the last page, I think. Yes, it is. I knew it was, as they beat us 3-0. Won leaps and bounds since then, though. As Papa John's Trophy, Port Vale have won it. Okay, they came below us, and it's 2 League 2 teams in the final. Scunthorpe, the rivals, losing on penalties. Love that they've lost, as Wimbledon knocked us out, of course, in that horror show from Holmes. And then again, we don't need to look at the playoffs. I will show you who we will be playing next season and who we won't be. So, other leagues. Might look at the Premier League as well, of course, because that is an intriguing league. As League 1, we will not be playing either Accrington, Burton, Lincoln and Northampton. I sounded upset at Lincoln, then they are our rivals in the league above, but I sound upset because, of course, we won't have a derby next year. Wigan, we will be playing. All these teams right here, we will be playing week in, week out, including Sunderland, big club. Hull as well. That's going to be a derby. Right, we have Hull. At least we have Hull. Peterborough and Portsmouth we won't be playing, and neither one of Fleetwood, Oxford, Ipswich and Blackpool, because they're in the playoffs. Championship, Watford, Nottingham Forest promoted with them 4 teams. But now in the thing, don't really care much for these. I mean, Huddersfield are comfortable in the Championship, and they want Toure and loaners. Wickham, QPR and Barnsley are teams will be playing as well. And as for the league, everyone wants to see Liverpool are the champions. However, it hasn't finished the Premier League. Okay, so they might not be the champions. Man City level on points, but Liverpool do have a game in hand. Going down to the Championship at the moment, probably Sheffield United, Southampton and West Brom. As I think, guys, that is it. We've rounded it up for Season 1 of the Grimsby Town to Glory, and so far, all hands on deck and all hands good on deck, because we are going to be in the league above playing League 1 football in the 2nd season. So thank you guys for watching. Again, I really do apologise for what has happened with my corruption on the Elgato. It just came through really bitty, and I was like, I'm never uploading that, and there was no fix for it. So like, comment, share and subscribe, the notification bell on as well for next season, where hopefully none of that will happen. And I will see you all when we make transfers going into the next season. In a bit, guys. And